Good day traders, David here from Daily Forecast. It is Tuesday the 14th of March and we're here to do an update. It is a bit later than we normally do our update, but we're here to do one anyway in just ahead of the US session. In front of us we've got Brent oil daily chart. You can see that the daily chart is now largely going sideways. We're still in our bearish AB swing. There's our A high and there's our B low. Price came just shy of the A high, pulled all the way back down, didn't quite reach another BF786 and has been largely going sideways since. Our bias was or is still bullish, okay, because of this BF786 with this prior 786 bounce leads us to believe that we were going to take out the A high. We actually thought that in this area here we were going to take out the A high, but price pulled right back into the swing. The last 2 days you can see that we are bearish. Let's see if we do find support. Let's just look where there's another BF786 on this time frame. We've got another BF786 at 7800. We haven't quite reached there yet. So price can fall down to 7800, give us something bullish, and then we can most likely rally up. We violated this low here as well as this one here. So we've still got room to fall down to 7800, where we could most likely find support to go higher. If not, and price keeps falling down, then this will become our new A high. Okay, but we are in this AB swing since December last year. The 4-hour chart is exactly the same as the daily chart. You will notice that price did find a bit of support in this, in that it rallied quite high after this bearish fall. Rallied quite sharply, I should say. Let's see if this is a test of this bullish candlestick formation and if price does carry on up or if we go short. If I go down to the 1-hour chart, we've got some housekeeping to do on the 1-hour chart. That was our last A high and B low that we were looking at, and you can see that price came to the 786. For those of you that trade according to the system, you can see we made our pips yesterday already. There was a bearish candlestick formation here. In fact, I'll go down to the 5-minute chart and show you the setup that happened during the Asian session already. The setup happened. Price reached the 786, as you can see. And then we went down to the 5-minute chart and we actually made 120 pip down on the fall. Like I said, we'll get there now. So here we've got to do some housekeeping. We've got a new A high in place here. There's our A. And then we've got a new B low in place as well. There's our B low. I can remove this fib, take that out. If I draw fibs from our A high to our B low, you will see that we also reached the 786 on this time frame. There wasn't an entry on this 786 short, but you can see that in the interim price has fallen down to the B failure 786 area. Okay, the B failure 786 area was at 79.20. So I'm just going to label that as well as our B failure 786 area. Okay, if we find something bullish, which we have, we'll go into the 5-minute chart as well. Then, and if that bullishness holds, then we're looking for price to reach the A high over coming sessions. If I go down to the 5-minute chart and I look at where price was yesterday morning, and that was somewhere around, I think, let me just double check this, what time is this, 8ish in the morning. You will see that is the 13th at 8 o'clock. So what happened? It is over here. What happened was 83.19, I think, was the 786. Yeah, sorry, 80. Sorry guys, let me just remove this quickly. This here was the AB swing that we're talking about. I'm going to show you guys where the entry was for this short trade opportunity over here. So the 786 was at 83.27. So 83.27, which was over there. Okay, 83.27. You can see price rallied. This gap open and this rally into the 786 is this rally over here. I can make this a bit bigger. Okay, so we're looking at this AB swing, this A high and this B low. Price rallied up into the 786. You can see that. We step down to the 5-minute chart. You can see price fell. Okay, and then price gave us some nice bearish candlestick formation. There was one there. There was another one over there. Okay, we entered at 83.10. 83.10 was our entry point. Okay, and you can see price fell more than 120 pips, giving us our percentages for the week. Okay, and then if you look later on in the day, where we had, I'll go back to the 1 hour. So this AB swing was null and void. Where we had this one here, I'll show you that there wasn't an entry for that one. So there's our A high, there's our B low, there's our A high, there's our B low, there's the 786, and I'll show you that there wasn't a trade. Here we go at 1500 hours. That was the actual rally, and you can see there was nothing absolutely clear. We didn't have a decent enough fall followed by another test. Okay, although it made its money, it wasn't an absolute clear entry. Where we're at now is that if I come down to the price that we're at now, we're at the B failure 786. Our rule says that a B failure 786, if we find support at the B failure 786 with a prior 786 bounce, then we're looking for price to take out the A high overcoming sessions. If we went down to the 5-minute chart, you can see over here that we actually did find support. Let me go down there. So there's the fall down into the B failure 786. There's our rally, and there's our fall, and there's our bullish candlestick formation. So 79.08 plus spread, that is where we have an entry point. Okay, and let's see if this trade follows through, or if it carries on down. So we're looking for price to rally up to the A high overcoming sessions. Okay, so that trade has already been had for the morning. I mean, we already entered that trade for the morning, for those of you trading Brent. Let's look at crude oil on the 4-hour chart. I've just crunched this one up a little to show you where's the current AB swing. So there's our A high, and there's our B low. There's our A high, there's our B low. If I were to back up again, we had a 786.86 bounce, and then we had support at the B failure 786. B failure 786 with a prior 86 bounce leads us to believe we're going to take out the A high. And you can see price came once, twice, thrice, and then fell right back to another BF 786. And again, a BF 786 with a prior 86 bounce leads us to believe we're going to take out the A high. What happened? Price rallied, and now we fell right back down again. And it looks as though we are back at the B failure 786 area again for the third time. Yep, B failure 786, you can see there, we're right there for a third time. But look at how price bounced out of that area. Let me just look at how price bounced out of that B failure 786 area. Some 200, 300 pips price actually bounced out there. So is this a test of that bullish candlestick formation? Time will actually tell and show us if it is a test, because if price holds at the BF 786 again, we are looking for price to head up to the A high overcoming sessions, taking out the A high overcoming sessions. But let's see if that does happen and how price pans out. The 1-hour chart also have to scrunch up quite a bit to show you where the AB swing is, just a little more. So there's our AB swing. Okay, there's our A low, and there's our B high on the 1-hour chart. Price came right down to the A support low. Give me 1 second, let me just switch that off. So let me just back up again. Price, there we're in a bullish AB swing. There's our A low, there's our B high. Price came right down to the A low. And a deep A low bounce like that leads us to believe that we're going to probably just rally up towards the B high. You can see that we came up, if I can draw my fibs there. Did we reach the BF 786 over that period of time? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. So there was our A low, B high, support, bounce out of that area. So a BF 786, a BF 786 at this level here will, with a prior A low bounce, will lead us to believe that we're going to be taking out this A support low over here. And you can see price has fallen since, on its way down. We're not quite there yet. So there's a bit of conflict between the 1-hour chart. Let me remove this. Conflict between the 1-hour chart and the 4-hour chart. We're not quite in sync at this point in time. So let's see what happens on this time frame. Let me just see, where's this B lower, this A low again. Yeah, so the A low is at 72.44, and you can see price came and bounced out of that level. If I make this a bit bigger, you can see price bounced out of that quite sharply. So is this a test of that area? And are we going to be pushing on higher, or are we going to consistently take out the B low? I mean the A low. Okay. So that's where we're at on crude 1 hour. On euro daily, we're still in our bullish AB swing. There's our A low, there's our B high. Okay, we're in this swing for quite a long time. You can see that since beginning of Feb. Price bounced just below the 86, giving us a nice morning star formation. We had a test. At this point we said if we do find support, we could have price rallying up to higher levels. You can see we did find support there. Price hasn't quite fallen back and taken out. We said as long as we're above this A high, this A support low, as long as we stay above this A support low, we are bullish. We start a bearish reversal once we break this low. The 4-hour chart, which is a bit different, you can see that there's our most recent A high and our most recent B low. We had a 78686 bounce, but price never came to the B failure 786 here. We actually mentioned that we were going to see if we do fall down to these levels. We called this trade as well. Price fell, and here we were saying, is this a BF 786 or is it a break of the low? I said we'll see, because price was bounced out. I put a question mark for the BF there, because it was more like a BF trade than a new AB swing. And a BF with a prior deep 86 bounce leads us to believe we're going to take out the A high, and you can see price came rallied and took out that A high. So we've got housekeeping to do on this chart as well. So this here becomes our new B, and this here becomes our new A. We've got the start of a reversal in place here. Okay, this becomes the new A, and that's the new B. And if we draw fibs from this A to this B, you know what, it's actually more sensible to use this as the new A, because it did make a slightly lower low. Okay, I'll put that to the side. So there's our new A, and there's our new B. Okay, so we don't even have a 382 bounce, and we can see price is currently testing those highs. We would prefer a bit of a deeper pullback for the head and shoulders pattern. Okay, inverse head and shoulders pattern. So let's see if we do get a bit of a pullback down to a deeper fib. Obviously, we look for entry purposes, we look for the 618 or lower in order to find a trade to go long. Okay, there's our left shoulder, there's our head, and we're looking for a right shoulder. The 1 hour chart is exactly the same as the 4 hour. Okay, Bitcoin on the daily chart, we've got some housekeeping to do here. You can see, if I were to just back up, this was the A low and this was the B high. Okay, and you can see that price hovered at the 618, then price hovered at the 786, then we fell and took out the A support low, starting a reversal on this time frame. So I'm going to label the chart as though when it happened in real time, this at some point became the A. Okay, the A high, and this at some point became the B low. Okay, when we drew our fibs, we were then looking for a right shoulder. This was the left shoulder, this was the head, and we're looking for a right shoulder. You can see at no point did price ever hint that we were going to go into reverse at any of these areas. So what happened? Price took out the A resistance high, so giving us a new AB swing again. So this here now becomes the new A low, and once again we are waiting for a new B high to form. I'm going to put a question mark because we don't quite have a BI. We've now got resumption of uptrend. And if I were to just back up a little and look at our initial AB swing, which was this A low here and this B high here, we were saying that we're looking for price to land up at 29,700 over coming sessions. You can see price is 26,000 already. Okay, 26,400. So our original AB swing and the target for this AB swing is at 29,700. So let's see if price does wind up reaching there. This is our new support low. We only start a reversal now if price takes out this A support low. Okay. Our buying opportunities will be lower down. We'll wait for the B to form. We'll wait for a pullback to a 618, and then we'll wait for continuation of the rally. Okay guys, so that is the trading plan. I know it's the US session already, but we can still look for trading plan. Nothing on euro right now. The only possible trade that we have is the one that's on Brent oil. Okay, for those of you trading it, you've already, there's, for those of you that didn't enter, there is, I would wait now for another bullish candlestick formation to see if we do get another bullish candlestick formation to go long. Okay, and that we can look for while inside this B low. Even if price falls down to 78.32, with while inside this B low, you can look for something bullish. Okay guys, that's it. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so that you are alerted whenever I do my updates. The update today was a bit later than normal. We'll see how we go for the rest of the trading week. We've made our pips on Brent oil yesterday for the week ahead anyway. Last week there was no trade. The trade that we spoke about here set itself up. It took Friday afternoon, there wasn't even anything. But the AB swing happened since last week already. So we'll sit patiently and wait to see if there is another trade for this week. Cheers. Bye-bye.